Welcome everybody to the first content learning educational weekly update. No. This update is going to be for 2 weeks because I don't want to spread myself out too thin and have to start all of these things this week. I'm going to break it up as we go along. You never know what could happen. We're approaching all subject areas. Let's begin with math. So this week what we have going on is an antics video, which I'm going to be making. And that is going to be on something that I'm just not aware of yet, and I need to find my notebook. And also, we have some algebraic graphing going on with x and y and lines and formulas and all of those fun things. It's going to be very, very detail-oriented, very complicated, very long processing, and a lot to pay attention to, but we can get it done. So now we're going to be moving on to science. We're looking at the biology textbook Miller and Levine Biology. Biology is the study and science of life, and we're reading about genetics. And that will be on Thursday, having to do with heredity, having to do with genes, having to do with chromosomes and all of those chemicals. We'll get into just a little bit of it, or not. History. We're going to be looking at the advanced placement, traditions, and encounters. We're going to be reading and going back to the ancient Roman times, which is the most modernly complex and advanced civilization of its time. It is very, very profound in its influence and its impact in the world today, with the heroes that it made up and all of the innovations and inventions that Romans created. For government, we're going to be looking a little bit at the history of government, just a background into that, and also what government is and how it's set up. For Spanish, we're going to be looking at travel terms such as tickets, hotels, planes, airplanes, airports, suitcases, markets, closed, straight ahead, etc. We will also be reading a culturegram on Puerto Rico, which is a country in South America that is native and ethnically Spanish-speaking. The songs that we're going to be listening to these next couple of weeks will be having a winter theme to them, and songs by the Hal Leonard Choral. These songs will really paint a very imaginary image of the seasons and the months as we're going through them. And finally, for literature. We are going to be reading 2 books. One of which is Where the Red Fern Grows, which is an out loud reading about a boy living in the Ozarks whose desired dream is to hunt alongside 2 hound red fern dogs, Old Big Dan and Little Ann. as he tries to hunt coons, as when Abby was sitting in her wheelchair with her brand new competition team, I was in the process of tasting and previewing that novel. And last but not least, this week is going to be introducing the official book that we're going to be getting into, which is really not a fictional book of any kind. It is a memoir called and entitled The Glass Castle by Jeanette Walls. It is her true story, her childhood, her life, her family, written out in a very, very resonating, very light but heavy, serious, and just a very, very moving and touching, profound way. So, does this sound good? I will see you on the week of... Let me think about this. Okay, so so today is the 17th, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. On the last day of January, I will be talking to you again. Thank you very much. So long for now, Annika.